There was a great suggestion on taking a look at some characters that were written out of character at a time to a point where it was almost character assassination. And I think a great example of that is Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. That Kelly Sue Deconnick run with David Lopez for Captain Marvel became the Bible for Carol Danvers' character. Carol Danvers was back on the beat and she had the Captain Marvel name, even though Monica Rambeau had that before her. They had to work that out. But we saw her like really coming into her own in this run, and she even dismantled the white savior trope. We saw your girl out here doing the work, especially being a role model for one Kamala Khan, who took up the name of Miss Marvel since that mantle was empty now. The work done on this series is what made Captain Marvel the Captain Marvel we know today in the MCU. This is what made her a badass in Marvel Comics. So when we see her in Civil War II, where she's using this Inhuman's ability to predict the future, to start profiling people, to doing crimes and these major events before they happen, it really felt like, whoa, what the fuck? How did we get here, Carol? Really, it felt like a do-over for Iron Man because he was on the right side and now Carol Danvers was on the wrong side, but it just felt so like forced, especially after how we just saw Carol Danvers built up. This felt like way out of left field. Civil War II was a rough time. Rhodey got, Bruce Banner got. Carol out here profiling Miles Morales because it looked like he was gonna kill Captain America. But Miles is like, why would I do that? I have his action figure still. Things were as bad as they had ever been. And it took a good while for Carol's character to recover from that as well. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe after Civil War II, we see her a part of the Ultimates. And it feels like there we got Carol back to her character and who she really is. But I will say, even though that was a big, like, out of character assassination moment for Carol Danvers, it did give us a cool moment of what happens when you become disillusioned with your idol, whereas Miss Marvel saw what Carol was doing and was like, she was with it at first, and then she's like, nah, this is wrong. I always love seeing the mentee get disillusioned with the mentor and break away. And these covers were cold because we know how much of a fangirl Miss Marvel is for Carol Danvers. Being Miss Marvel meant a lot to Kamala Khan, and now she sees her idol out here moving like this? Nah, graffiti on your picture. When Kamala Khan saw the Carol chorus out here profiling people and locking them up, she was like, nah, I'm not with this. And this caused her to butt heads with Carol Danvers, which gave us a cold moment in Civil War II with, Kamala Khan ripping up the picture of her idol. J. Cole said, long live your idols, may they never be your rivals. Kamala Khan said, fuck that, we got beef. This was a cold moment, which also led to her and Miles Morales and Nova being disillusioned with the Avengers and them burning their Avengers cards and going on to form the Champions. That was like the one bright side of Carol turning heel, but I'm sure we could have got there with Carol doing something that was in character and Kamala Khan disagreeing with it and still get those same moments. But the important part is Carol Danvers got back on track and did what no Avenger could ever do before, get shit right with the X-Men. So that's one moment where we saw Carol out of character, but luckily she was realigned real quick.